Why drinking less water doesn't stop nighttime urination, and do 5 things instead. Why does drinking less water still not stop you from waking at 2 in the morning for another bathroom trip? Many people believe this habit is harmless, yet the truth is that broken sleep can quietly lead to kidney strain, heart trouble, and even memory decline that steals your independence. The Mayo Clinic and the NIH remind us that water is essential for circulation, metabolism, and brain health, and depriving your body at the wrong time can create more harm than good. I am Dr. David, a urologist in New York who has dedicated my career to men's health and prostate care. And I want you to know there are safer and simpler ways to reclaim restful nights. In this video, I will guide you through 5 practical steps that work better than cutting fluids. And if you stay with me until the end, the last solution may surprise you. Now let us look closely at why drinking less water does not actually reduce nighttime urination and what your body is really trying to tell you. Why drinking less water does not reduce nighttime urination. As we grow older, the body produces less of a natural hormone called vasopressin, which normally signals the kidneys to slow urine production during sleep. With weaker signals, the kidneys may continue filtering as if it were daytime, filling the bladder more quickly even when you are resting. At the same time, the bladder itself becomes more sensitive after the age of 60, sending alarm signals earlier, sometimes when it holds only half a cup of fluid. This means you may feel the urgent need to wake up even though your bladder is far from truly full. Another reason lies in how fluids move in the body. When you sit or stand for long periods during the day, fluid slowly pools in the legs and feet. At night, when you lie down, this fluid returns to the heart and kidneys, creating an extra load that is quickly turned into urine. This process alone can fill the bladder and disrupt sleep, no matter how little you drank after dinner. In fact, reducing your intake too much can backfire, leaving you mildly dehydrated during the day. When you finally rest at night, your body works harder to restore balance, and the kidneys may produce more urine than expected. I remember John, a 68-year-old retiree, who thought he had found the answer by cutting water completely after mid-afternoon. Yet night after night, he still woke 3 times, frustrated and exhausted. When he learned to drink steadily during the day and slow down after 4 in the afternoon instead of stopping completely, the difference was remarkable. Within 2 weeks, he reported sleeping 5 to 6 hours straight without interruption. His story is proof that the secret is not deprivation, but timing. The conclusion is clear. Drinking less water is not the solution to nighttime urination. Your body needs hydration for the heart, kidneys, and brain to function properly. What truly helps is learning how to distribute fluids wisely throughout the day. In the next part, we will explore 5 quiet habits that unknowingly make nighttime urination worse, so you can recognize them and take control. 5 quiet habits that make nighttime urination worse. Habit number 1. Drinking water, milk, or soup too late in the evening. It feels comforting to enjoy a warm drink before bed. Yet even a small cup of liquid at 9 o'clock can add to your bladder's workload. The kidneys never fully switch off. They continue filtering whatever you drink, and even 200 milliliters can trigger an urgent signal at 2 in the morning. Research shows that as we age, the bladder's capacity to tolerate small volumes becomes less flexible, which means late-night drinks often translate into broken sleep. I recall Margaret, a 70-year-old from Ohio, who cherished her nightly glass of milk as a calming ritual. She was surprised to learn that shifting it to early evening helped her rest for 5 to 6 hours without waking. The solution is not to give up comfort, but to change timing. So enjoy your tea, milk, or soup earlier, letting your nights remain peaceful. Habit number 2. Evening diuretic drinks like coffee, green tea, or herbal infusions. Many beverages act like a nudge to the kidneys, stimulating more urine production even if the amount you drink seems small. Coffee, green tea, and some herbal teas fall into this category, and their diuretic effect can last for hours. After 60, the bladder becomes more reactive, so a cup of coffee at 5 o'clock may still be troubling your sleep at midnight. Robert, a retired firefighter in Florida, told me he proudly drank green tea after dinner, thinking it was cleansing his system. In reality, it was robbing him of his deepest rest, leaving him tired every morning. Once he moved his tea to before 4 in the afternoon and replaced his evening ritual with warm water. He slept far more soundly. The answer is not to avoid flavor, but to enjoy it earlier. Giving your body time to process it well before bedtime. Habit number 3. The just-in-case bathroom visit before bed. Many older adults feel safer emptying the bladder one last time before lying down, even without a true urge. It sounds logical. Yet over time, this teaches the bladder to sound alarms when it holds only a fraction of its real capacity. A healthy bladder can normally store 400 to 500 milliliters, but unnecessary emptying at 100 trains the nerves to see that as full. George, a retired teacher from Michigan, was convinced that his habit of always visiting the bathroom at bedtime was protecting him. In truth, it left him waking 3 times a night to release only a trickle. When he retrained his bladder by resisting those false signals, he gradually returned to longer, deeper sleep. The gentle advice is to trust your body and respond only when the urge is genuine, allowing your bladder to reclaim its natural rhythm. Habit number 4. Salty or watery dinners that sneak in extra fluid. A light dinner often feels like a healthy choice, yet hidden salt or fluid can undo your night's rest. Salty foods increase thirst, causing you to drink more after the meal, while soups, broths, or watery salads add silent fluid to your system. The kidneys then process this excess during the night, filling the bladder more quickly than expected. Linda, a 72-year-old grandmother from Texas, believed her nightly chicken noodle soup was harmless. But the salt made her sip water until bedtime, and the broth itself carried hidden liquid into her system. When she shifted her soup to lunchtime and chose steamed vegetables at night, she quickly noticed fewer interruptions in her sleep. The lesson is clear. A mindful dinner plate makes a calmer bladder and a gentler night. Habit number 5. Sleeping in hot rooms with heavy night clothes. Warmth is often linked with safety, yet overheating during the night forces the body to sweat. This loss of fluid changes the body's balance, and the kidneys compensate by producing more urine, pulling you from your deepest sleep. Heavy quilts, thick flannel, or a sealed bedroom window may create this cycle night after night. Paul, a 68-year-old veteran in Arizona, wore layers of pajamas and slept under 2 quilts despite the warm climate. He woke drenched in sweat, then found himself walking to the bathroom 3 or 4 times. When he changed to breathable cotton clothing and lowered the room temperature to 68 degrees, his bladder calmed and his sleep deepened. The takeaway is simple. Comfort at night comes not from piling on heat, but from allowing your body to stay in balance. These 5 habits often go unnoticed, yet they silently make nighttime urination worse and turn peaceful nights into restless ones. Each story reminds us that small changes in timing, choices, and environment can bring meaningful relief. Which of these habits feels most familiar to you? Share your number in the comments, because naming the challenge is often the first step toward taking control, and your story might help someone else begin their own path to better sleep. In the next section, we will turn to 5 practical steps you can use instead. Gentle habits that support both your body and your rest. 5 things to do instead of cutting water. Solution number 1. Distribute 70 to 80% of your water before 4 p.m. Many older adults think the safest option is to drink less water overall, but the truth is, your body still needs steady hydration to support digestion, circulation, and joint health. The real key is not the amount, but the timing, because the kidneys need hours to process what you drink. If most of your fluids arrive in the evening, your bladder will still be filling when you are trying to rest. When you drink earlier, the system has time to rebalance before bedtime, leaving your nights calmer. I remember Mr. Thomas, a 69-year-old retired teacher from Illinois, who had the habit of sipping only a little water during the day and then catching up with several glasses after dinner. His intentions were healthy, but his nights were filled with 2 or 3 bathroom trips. Once he began spreading his water intake evenly from morning until 4 p.m., he noticed he could often sleep 6 hours straight. The guidance is simple. Start with a glass at breakfast, 1 mid-morning, 2 at lunch, and 1 more in the mid-afternoon. After 4 p.m., sip only when you feel thirsty, and let your kidneys finish their work before the night begins. Solution number 2. Reduce evening diuretic drinks and replace them with turmeric milk or warm water. Coffee, tea, and even many herbal infusions act as natural diuretics, which means they signal your kidneys to make more urine. This effect can last long after the cup is empty, and in sensitive bladders after 60, the impact is often stronger. A drink that felt harmless in your 40s can be the reason for your restless nights in your 70s. Sarah, a 71-year-old grandmother in California, believed her nightly cup of green tea was cleansing her system and helping her relax. In truth, it was pushing her bladder into overdrive and waking her twice each night. When she shifted her tea to the early afternoon and replaced her evening ritual with a small glass of turmeric milk at 6 o'clock, she was surprised by how much deeper her sleep became. The curcumin in turmeric also has gentle anti-inflammatory effects, which comfort the body without burdening the kidneys. If you do not enjoy turmeric, warm water works just as well, offering calm without overfilling the bladder. The simple rule is to enjoy your stimulating drinks before 4 p.m. and let the evening be a time for gentler choices. Solution number 3. Gentle movement in the morning and evening to shift fluid from the legs. What many do not realize is that long hours of sitting or standing cause fluid to slowly pool in the legs and ankles. By nightfall, this hidden reservoir of fluid flows back toward the kidneys, forcing them to create more urine just as you want to sleep. Gentle exercise can help prevent this by encouraging circulation earlier in the day and evening. Mr. David, a 72-year-old retired engineer from Ohio, complained of waking up 3 times every night despite cutting back on fluids. His doctor noticed his swollen ankles and advised 10 minutes of slow walking after dinner and a few sets of calf raises while holding the back of a chair. Within 2 weeks, his nighttime bathroom visits dropped to just 1, and he woke up feeling far more refreshed. You do not need a long workout or special equipment. A short walk around your neighborhood, light stretching, or even pacing your hallway is enough to move fluid back into circulation before bedtime. Think of it as teaching your body to handle the extra water while you are awake instead of at midnight. Solution number 4. Adjust sleeping position with supportive pillows. The way you rest can either stress or soothe your bladder through the night. Sleeping flat on your back often allows pressure to build in the abdomen and reduces circulation, while a left side position can ease strain on the kidneys and bladder. Adding a pillow between your knees aligns the hips and reduces abdominal pressure. And a small cushion under your calves can help drain excess fluid earlier. Mr. Johnson, a 72-year-old veteran from New Jersey, had always slept with 2 thick pillows under his head while lying on his back. He often woke twice each night, sometimes even 3 times. Exhausted by morning, at his doctor's suggestion, he shifted to his left side, used a medium pillow under his head, and added a knee pillow for support. Within a few weeks, he began sleeping longer stretches without interruption. If you struggle with swelling in the legs, try adding a folded blanket under the calves and allow your body to drain fluids while you rest. These adjustments may feel unfamiliar at first, but the body adapts quickly and the benefit of deeper sleep is worth the effort. Solution number 5. Create a cool sleeping environment with breathable cotton clothing. Many older adults link warmth with safety and pile on extra blankets, but overheating at night actually triggers more bathroom trips. When the body sweats to cool itself, the kidneys respond by producing more urine to restore balance, pulling you from deep sleep. A cooler environment, on the other hand, allows your body to rest in balance without burdening the bladder. Mary, a 70-year-old from Texas, wore thick pajamas and layered quilts even in mild weather. She often woke drenched in sweat, rushing to the bathroom 3 or 4 times a night after she switched to light cotton clothing, opened her window slightly, and lowered her thermostat to around 68 degrees. Her nights became calmer almost immediately. She still kept a light blanket nearby for comfort, but the key was breathable fabric and a steady, cool temperature. The advice is simple. Comfort is not about adding more layers, but about letting your body maintain its natural rhythm without stress. Breathable cotton and a cool room will support both your rest and your bladder. These 5 practical steps are small, gentle, and realistic, yet together they can transform restless nights into peaceful ones. None of them require expensive treatment or drastic sacrifice, only steady habits that respect how the body changes with age. Which of these solutions feels most practical for you to begin with today? Share your choice in the comments by writing the number, because your experience might be the encouragement another person needs to take the first step. In the next part, we will look at the signs that tell you it is time to see a doctor, so you can act with confidence and protect your health. When you should see a doctor, even after making careful changes to your drinking habits, meals, and sleeping routine. There are times when nighttime urination may point to something more serious. Warning signs include blood in the urine, a burning sensation while passing urine, pain in the lower abdomen, or a sudden increase in the number of times you wake up at night without any change in your daily routine. These symptoms should never be ignored because they may reflect hidden problems inside the body. Common causes can include diabetes, which makes the kidneys filter more fluid than normal, an enlarged prostate that presses against the bladder and reduces its ability to hold urine, or urinary tract infections that irritate the bladder lining. Each of these conditions needs proper medical evaluation, because leaving them untreated may harm not only your sleep but also your overall health. Dr. David, a urologist in New York who has guided thousands of men through prostate issues, often reminds his patients, do not feel embarrassed, because doctors see hundreds of cases just like yours every month. This reassurance is important, because shame or hesitation often keeps people silent for too long. I remember Mr. Anderson, a 68-year-old from Pennsylvania, who believed his worsening symptoms were simply part of aging. He noticed his nightly trips to the bathroom had suddenly doubled, yet he avoided seeing a doctor, telling himself it was nothing serious. Months later, when the discomfort grew too strong, he finally scheduled an appointment. Tests revealed he had an inflamed prostate that could have been treated much earlier. With proper care, his symptoms improved within weeks, but he regretted the time lost to needless suffering. The lesson from stories like his is clear. Early attention protects health and brings peace of mind. Nighttime urination is not always a simple matter of habits, and sometimes the body sends urgent signals that need professional care. If you notice blood, pain, burning, or sudden changes, do not wait or blame age alone. Reaching out to a trusted doctor allows you to uncover the real cause and find safe solutions. Nighttime urination is not an unchangeable fate. It is most often the result of habits and environment that quietly shape the way your body works after 60. When you understand how timing, diet, movement, sleep position, and bedroom comfort affect your bladder, you begin to see that the solution is not in depriving yourself of water, but in making simple, thoughtful adjustments. Science from trusted sources such as the Mayo Clinic and the NIH confirms that hydration remains vital for circulation, brain health, and kidney function. And what truly matters is balance. This means you are never powerless, and change is possible at any age. What gives hope is that even one small step can begin to restore peace. Shifting your water intake earlier, choosing gentler evening drinks, adding a short walk, adjusting pillows, or cooling the bedroom may seem modest, yet each has the power to reduce awakenings within weeks. These are not burdensome rules. They are gifts of rhythm and comfort that your body is waiting to receive. I have seen countless patients who believed their restless nights were permanent, only to discover that a single change opened the door to better rest. The message is simple and encouraging. Peaceful sleep is not a memory lost to time. It is a future you can reclaim. Do not accept exhaustion, embarrassment, or frustration as your destiny, because your nights and your mornings still belong to you. Your body is capable of responding when you give it the right support, and the reward is clarity of thought, steadier energy, and renewed joy in daily life. So I invite you now to take action. Choose one of the 5 solutions we have explored and begin today. Comment below with the number 1 through 5 that you want to try first, because your choice may inspire someone else to take their first step. Subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with friends or loved ones who may be struggling in silence. By building this community of support, we remind each other that no one has to face these challenges alone. And as you close this video, remember the promise. Peaceful sleep is not a memory of the past. It is a future you still hold in your hands.